This is not a vest. It's not a vest. Hey guys, I'm Kendall, and that's Turk, my service dog. And today I want to talk about everything a mall did right. So there's a lot of videos where it's people talking about their public service access issues and issues with them going into stores and seeing fake service dogs, or people getting angry at them, or even people just yelling about allergies and then just excuse me, getting mad because you have a dog in here, even though the dog is the reason why you're there. But today I want to talk about everything a mall did right, and the one problem I had, which wasn't even that big. I've only had him since October, and he's been owner trained. He is test trained, so he by law is technically a service animal, but he does have some public issues. He tends to get distracted if there is someone like right up in his face, and I know things like that happen. So it's like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble. Everyone's gonna think I'm a fake. And so I was really worried. But he did very good, actually. And there's a dad leaving with his 2 other children, and obviously the kids freaked out. I'm like, Dad, it's a dog, a dog. And many children, and especially since they were young, they're like 7 and 4, they're really young. And so many children don't understand that they're service dogs. And so the dad just kind of leaned down and told the kids that he was a service dog and that he was working. And I was like, bless you, man, you're wonderful. And then I went and I talked to the kids about what service dogs do and stuff, and I did allow them to pet him because we weren't in public really, and I thought it was perfectly fine, so I went ahead and let them pet him. And I told them that most service dogs aren't allowed to be pet because they are working. And the dad just kind of smiled and took his kids away, and it was really great. I was super thankful, and I was like, that's gonna be the only nice person I see today. But as soon as I walked in, there was a guard at the door, and he didn't say anything. We just kept walking, and then we went to one of me and my sister, our favorite store, which is I forgot my own store's name, Earthbound. We went into Earthbound, and we walked around. The lady, she was really cool. She was super denim, and she told me he was pretty, and she just kept walking, and I was like, thank you. Finally we went outside just so he can relieve himself, and then we came back in, and I think the only problem I had was one little kid. We were walking through the food court from the bathroom to outside, and a little kid bent down and like waved in his face and was like, hi puppy, right in his face, like really close to his face. And I was like, oh no. But I just kept walking, and then later on I heard the parent correct the child, and I was like, thank you, you're a good parent. And I've had that happen a couple times, like a bunch of parents were correcting their children, and I was like, oh my goodness, I walked into a parallel universe. And then we went to a couple other stores. No one said anything. A lot of people did compliment him or just didn't pay attention to him at all. And I was like, thank you so much. I don't know what the mall is telling their workers, but they did a really good job. No one paid attention to him. Smile. Did that feel good? But no one paid attention to him. Everyone did really good, and I really want to give a shout out to this mall because I don't think I had one issue other than that child. All of them were really good. He loved them all. He did very good, and he's walking around and whining, and he did awesome. My thing is that everyone thought he was in a vest. This is not a vest. It's not a vest. It's actually a coat because in Texas it tends to get cold. Like, obviously everyone associates Texas like desert heat and death. But it does tend to get cold sometimes. I know, that's shocking. So I have this coat, and I don't have him a vest yet because, like I said, I got him out in October, and we've been training, so I don't really want a vest from him yet. And I just got him this raincoat, or not raincoat, this winter coat, and I put it on him, and since it coincides with Service Dog colors, like the black and red that most people are used to seeing, everyone thinks it's a vest. I think it's hilarious, and now I'm just kind of like, I should have bought like $4 patches and just sewed them on. But I didn't. I'm getting him a real vest. Real, it's off of Amazon because I'm a cheap teenager. It's not a vest, but everyone thinks it is, and so everyone sees it, they're like, don't you do it, it's Service Dog. And I think that's maybe why I don't have issues, because I thought he was in a vest. I don't know. But, I want to give a shout out to all the parents that told their children what they were doing wrong and that they're not allowed to pet him. And a shout out to all the workers because they did great. No one gave him attention. I mean, yeah, they told him he was pretty, or they told me he was pretty. They didn't get in his face. It's like, oh, you're such a pretty puppy. Oh, you're such a pretty puppy. No, they didn't do that. They told me, they're like, oh, he's a very pretty dog, and I was like, thank you. And I was very surprised because due to his breed, a lot of people think he's a bad dog, and so I was scared that someone was gonna say, you need to get that butt out of here because he's vicious and ferocious. Because yeah, you can't see him because he's ferocious. Like, that's ferocious. Squishy. Anyways.